Hey everybody, Doug Adams here from the Run DNA podcast, and I'm excited as we wrap up this year, 2024. I always have a fun event that I get to go to called the running event. And I got to say, it is always a highlight of my year to go and see what's coming out, to connect with some people from the industry, just learn a lot more about the running culture. I think whether you're a runner yourself or you work with runners, there's definitely a culture and a vibe about runners. And this is just all my kind of people in one place. It's in Austin, Texas this year, although it does move next year to San Antonio. But most of the time it's in Austin. So it's a lot of fun, great food. And this year I decided I wanted to share a little bit about what I saw and some trends and some of the companies that we really like to work with and give them a shout out because I think there's a lot of great companies out there. So I am going to go through some of that, but I'll go. I kind of walked around to a couple booths and I had a mic and I just kind of showed some things. I didn't get to as many booths as I wanted to because we actually had a really good showing at ours. We did a lot of gait analysis there, which was a lot of fun too. You'll even see there's a video showing you how long I got all the gait analysis we were doing in under 4 minutes. So you can check out and see what that looks like for what a less than 4 minute 3D gait analysis looks like and how you get all the information right away. So I want to show you just a couple of those things. And then after those, I've got just some thoughts and some feedback about, really some of the trends in the industry and what I think is coming or staying here in the running industry and how that might impact some of the athletes that we work with, or if you're an athlete yourself. So check out this episode. It's a lot of fun. Definitely might be worth checking out on the YouTube channel to see how that looks. So head on over to YouTube. And as always, you can get more great content on rundna.com. So here's a couple videos of me walking around TRE, and hopefully you can learn about some shoes and tech and all things coming out running. So enjoy. All right, here is the Wahoo booth, and I'm super excited about this. I love the treadmill, but for those of you who don't love running, there's also the Zwift aspect, and it's really cool because you can pick out different courses and run them, and it auto-adjusts for you, gives you some great ability there. So not only just a great treadmill just for running, but the Zwift integration is really pretty cool. We've been using it this whole week, doing a lot of gait analysis. I have to say it's super responsive. Everyone loves the treadmill deck. So it's been really great, and this is one of the things I'm most excited about this show is just this Wahoo Kicker Run. It has been huge for us. We've loved it, and now we can see here just how it integrates right to the screen. You can see him walking up there, and it stops, and it's very quick to start and stop, which is really helpful. And then sensor on the front that makes you kind of be able to adjust to speed so that you really don't have much to think about. Just run and it's going to kind of set the speed for you. You see him kind of getting closer. He didn't touch any controls. Now he's running. It's right up there on the screen. So I think that's really cool. And as he gets further back, it's going to stop too much if it gets too far. So really cool part of the show here. All right, probably my favorite apparel company of all time here right now. So 10,000. These are great shorts, especially if you're doing your cross training like you're supposed to and heading to the gym or getting some swims in here. I love all their gear. I have a lot of their shorts. Oh, sorry, you're good. And like these shorts have been great. You can just go from gym straight to there. So they've got pants, they've got shorts. Their shirts are really comfortable too. I wear their pants all the time. But love all their kind of stuff here. They've got great things and hinting at doing some customization, so fun things coming from 10,000. Not as much on the running front, but I'm just always blown away by the displays here and what they do. We've got these like floating glowing orbs, and they don't show up great on the video here, but it's just impressive to see the brands out here kind of putting things out, showing what they can do, so very cool.
Dan doesn't want to be in, he's like, get me away from that thing.
Here at Zero, one of our favorite booths here, we got Joe. Say hi, Joe. They got a new basketball shoe out, which I think is awesome. They're seeing that branch into other things other than running, sports that involve running.
Absolutely.
Right, so that's awesome. And we got Steven. He's never very chatty, so I'm surprised to see him talking there. He's always so quiet there, but a great line of shoes. Love that. Definitely something, seeing a lot of personal use out of there, but some really nice looking shoes coming down the line from them too. All right, a cool thing I found here, the forum, I've always wanted to see these in person. Just data, all things here. So give you a nice intro here. Thanks, Scott, for showing me that there. Yeah, but we had I got a chance to try them on and try on the display and just see what it really looked like. They're nice and lightweight, and I really like just where it put the display. And Scott was even telling me there's some really cool metrics that will tell you even a lot about your head position. This is something a lot of triathletes I work with, where they breathe is so important to that. And if they're coming up and getting out of position often, then that's really cool. But they also have suggestions about workouts to do, which is really neat. So Form is one I've always loved. So yeah, thank you. All right, over at the Topo booth here and seeing a new Flylight 6, which I'm super excited for here. These have been a shoe I've run in for a long time here. So they got the new Flylight 6, low stack height, nice midweight foam, really lightweight, low heel to toe drop. You can always see that on the back of their shoes, 3 millimeter for the heel drop there. Love that. Good looking shoe. And then they have another one. Looks like the other color is going to be white, and that's going to be white navy. So that's I like that shoe. It's a good looking shoe, and that's been a consistent one for me, so I'm excited. Looks like that'll come out May or June kind of time frame. Lots of Topos I really do like, but definitely the Flylight has been a favorite of mine. All right, so another thing we see a lot, and I'm seeing a lot in here, are the 3D foot scanners. Looking at these different things. So here's just an example. There's actually another one just not too far over there where they're using foot scanners, which is interesting. It's not going to tell you a lot about the way that you move, but it can be really interesting to show you a little bit about maybe what shoe would fit you from there. So interesting. That's definitely a technology we're seeing a lot of. I'd be curious if people have had it and what they've thought of it there. It kind of gives you the shape of your foot and what might fit in, but might be a good even pairing for doing some gait analysis to figure out what works well. So a lot you'll see, I didn't get to as many shoe companies as I'd like because I walked around a bit and I saw a lot of more of the same of what we've been seeing for the past couple years. And in a way, I'm a little bit disappointed because I think that the big, chunky, thick, high stack height shoe is here to stay. Some of the shoes were even a little scary. I was impressed to see that there's a lot more shoe brands out there than I even realized. And I'd encourage people to get involved and learn more about some of these shoe companies. There were some interesting ones with what they're coming out with. But really, the industry is sticking to a lot of this thick, highly cushioned shoe that I feel is the formula of if it feels good in the store, you're going to sell a lot, but you don't really understand how that's going to affect your mechanics until 4 to 6 weeks later because running injuries have a delay. And you're going to think, oh, I've been running these shoes for a month. How could this be contributing to my injury? And in fact, it started on that first day that you put them on, but it didn't happen to become an injury until later. So I'm a bit disappointed to see that there are still a lot of emphasis on this. I think shoes are getting lighter, which is good, and I like that from an injury and a performance standpoint. So I do see there were some shoes. I thought On Running was doing some interesting things with the upper and different materials and how they're doing that. I think there's a lot of emphasis on the fit right now, which I really like. And I know there's some people out there that are doing some great work on fit. Jeffrey Allen, shout out to him and great work. We didn't get to see each other. I didn't get to see the bow tie in person, but I know he was walking around there. And I think that what I hope people are going to start to realize is that fit and feel are one thing, but the impact on your biomechanics are huge. And we have to start realizing this. And maybe there's not a one size fits all approach and everyone's going to respond differently to a different type of shoe. But I think it's really important that we're checking biomechanics. And I was really excited to see we had a lot of running retail stores that are really excited to start going that direction, and a couple new Helix 3D users coming out of the show that I think are going to do a great job with it on the running retail and the coaching side, even some physical therapists, podiatrists, and chiropractors there. So I thought a lot of hope on that side of things, but I really would love to start to see shoe companies looking at how the biomechanics are affected by this, and I'd love to see running retailers adopting a lot more about how the interaction of the person and the shoe really does matter, and how their biomechanics are. That's why we created a lot of the scoring methods with the Helix 3D that can show how just globally how your mechanics respond to different shoes to help simplify the shoe buying process. I hate to see people that go and spend $150 on a pair of shoes or more, and then they come to realize that they're not good shoes, but it's probably a little too late, and they really feel bad about returning them at that point because they've used them a few times, have worn them outside. And it's important that at the start, at the fit process, that you're finding the right shoes. And I think running retail can be that hub of all things running. If you have questions, if you're looking for community, running retail should really be the hub. And one of the main spokes of that should be working with gait analysis. I think they have a lot of expertise, and I think they have a lot of experience in finding shoes that feel good and fit well. But I think that we're missing a critical piece here with that. How do they affect my function and my form? So that's just my soapbox, but it was great. I love to see lots of energy and enthusiasm at the event. Lots of people excited about it. Good to catch up with friends, good friends from all different companies, and have some meals and share some time with people and meet some new people too. So excited for some future things coming and some brand partnerships coming in 2025 between Run DNA and some of these other industry leaders. So thank you for checking this out. Check out more of our content on rundna.com. Sign up for our newsletter. Get your CEUs in at the end of the year, and just encourage you, whether you're in running retail or health or fitness, really just want you to focus on that form and how that has an impact. I think we can see a lot of gains for people to just get more out of running so that they can live to be 100 years old, happy and healthy when they get there, just like Run DNA's mission. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great one.
Like what you hear? Leave a review of the show wherever you listen, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Run DNA helps runners and running specialists through education and technology to identify each runner's unique injury profile to avoid setbacks and maximize results. The Run DNA podcast is produced by Ace Running LLC. The Run DNA podcast is intended for educational purposes only. No clinical decision-making should be based solely on one source. While care is taken to ensure accuracy, factual errors can occur. Always seek the guidance of qualified medical professionals before making healthcare decisions. Find us online at rundna.com.